Gonna smile? Gonna smile? Okay. Where's that smile? There it is, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Hello. What you doing? You standing on your mama? Yeah. Are you? Yeah, it's a beautiful smile. Beautiful, aren't you? Hey guys. So this is Isla's 3-month update. So she was 3 months yesterday. Weren't you? Yeah. She's just had a nap, so she might still seem a little bit tired. You've just woken up, haven't you? Haven't you? Yeah. Yeah, smiley baby. She's looking at herself in the mirror. She loves mirrors, if you hadn't guessed. She absolutely loves smiling at herself, don't you? Yeah, you do. So, I can't believe she's 3 months already. It's gone so quickly, like... I miss my little baby, but it is nice that she is a lot more obviously interactive now. Most people would say, oh, by 3 months they're more alert, but she's always been alert, like I've always said, to be fair. She's just a bit more, I suppose, getting a bit more frustrated at not being able to move. As much like she really, really wants to obviously get going, basically, and she just, don't you? Yeah, she's just smiling away. Yeah, she rolled over for the first time, like properly rolled over. I mean, she used to roll over when she was little, like when she was newborn, but it was obviously not intentional. Whereas this time she's actually trying. Now we've got a few videos of her. I think we did manage to get one of her actually doing it, but most of them she'll like roll over so far and then she'll realise one of us are there and roll back. So, but she has done it several times. Just always when I get out the camera, she stops and I'm like, no, carry on. But yeah, like it's really early. A lot of kids don't do it until like they're nearly 5 months old, so if not older. So this little monkey definitely wants to get going sooner. But then she's always been slightly ahead for her time. She's gone up in clothes size. So she's in 0 to 3 now. So she's still a little baby sort of thing, but she's dainty. But then me and Liam aren't very big people either, so I'm not shocked. And she's still gaining and she's growing fine. And the health visitor said that it was perfectly normal. To be honest, she wouldn't really expect much different. So yeah, because of that, she's also gone up obviously in nappy size. She's in size 2 now. Which was weird. I suddenly was like, God, these are getting really tight. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to go up a nappy size. Feeding, she's still on, she is doing formula feed. I did obviously think for a little while about going back to doing breastfeeding and formula feeding. But I tried it for a little bit and she just really, really, like, I know it was going to be hard anyway. I do know that she would fuss. But in the end I was like, is it really worth the aggro? Because she just didn't want it. She really didn't want it. I mean, she still looks to my boobs sometimes, but I think it's more out of comfort. Like, she just wants to snuggle into them rather than like actually be fed from them. She does like the bowl and she's lazy with it, to be fair. Like, she likes to snack rather than have a full feed a lot of the time, which is a pain, but apparently I was like that as a kid, and to be fair, like, because she is an active baby, they aren't as interested. They do tend to get hungry, but I think because she wants to do stuff all the time rather than... You're watching yourself. Yeah, because she wants to do stuff all the time rather than just be laying there having a bottle. She just doesn't, like, often while she's even having the bottle, she'll be trying to sit up, still sucking, and it's like, no, you have to lay down for it. So yeah, it's a bit of a struggle sometimes, and I think as she gets older and she can move more, it's going to be even harder. Yeah, we're still co-sleeping and absolutely loving it. To be honest, I'm glad that I stuck to it because it's made my life so much easier. I've heard so many people who've gone through, you know, so many troubles trying to get their kid to sleep in their own bed. I mean, obviously we're going to have to go through that process eventually, but from everything I've read up on and stuff, maybe I like a bit more. everything that I've read up on stuff, is actually easier when they're older, because when they're so young, they're so used to being close to you when they were born, you know, newborn and stuff, that it's just easier if you keep them closer to you anyway, especially for nighttime feeds. She's still, you know, feeding at night, and I've had so many people say, oh, isn't she sleeping through the night yet? And I was like, no, she's not supposed to be. The health visitor, every single medical person that I've ever spoken to has said they're not supposed to sleep through the night, even from newborn. They're not supposed to, because they're supposed to have like little but often feeds in order to make it, because their stomachs shouldn't be taking too much, and it plays with their digestive system. Like often they end up getting too clogged up, they can get ill, and it's just not worth it really. Like, I know a lot of people obviously would prefer the sleep, but I'd rather my baby be happy and healthy than to force her to eat more during the day, sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure some people it works fine for them, but for me, like, and her, we're happy. I'm happy waking up. I mean, she doesn't, like I said last month, she still only wakes up, she wakes up 2 times in the night, well, early hours in the morning, but she still sleeps a good amount. She tends to go to bed between 10 and 11, wakes up at 4 basically every morning, has a feed, but she stirs. It's not like she properly wakes up. She has a feed, and she has a good feed most of the time, and then she goes back to sleep, wakes up about 8, has another feed, well 7, 8, and then has another feed, and then goes back to sleep and doesn't wake up until 9, 10. So that's pretty good. Like, it's only twice really, and she did have a couple of nights ago where she woke up a few more times, but I think it's because she's teething, and she is really teething. She's dribbling all the time, chewing away on her bottles, on her hands, on my hands, everything. Anything that she can get her hands on, she will put in her mouth and chew. And she's obviously getting really frustrated with it, especially in the evening. She gets kind of grumpy and doesn't want, just wants to chew. And yeah, I don't think she quite understands, because obviously she's really quite young to be teething, but I know some babies teeth earlier than others anyway, and she could be teething way before she gets a tooth. But oh yeah, back to the co-sleeping thing. During the day I tend to let her, like, she'll nap on and off, but I let her do what she wants pretty much, because that way she tends to sleep better at night. I'll put her down in her Moses basket sometimes for naps during the day. Sometimes she'll stay asleep, sometimes she won't. Sometimes she'll literally have 10 minutes and then wake up. Or I'll put her down in our bed and stuff like that. And she does normally have a good couple, 2 longer sleeps and then little naps here and there. And it seems to work well. Yeah, I know I'm going to find it really hard when we have to transition her into a cot, because both me and Liam absolutely love having her in the bed with us. It's just, I don't know, it's all cosy, and it's nice to be able to just cuddle up to her, and especially in the mornings, seeing, she just looks at me and smiles the biggest smile ever, and it's just heart melting. But obviously I will eventually once we're ready. But yeah, in general, she's a really happy, smiley baby. Absolutely loves her playmat more and more. Sometimes I think she just gets bored of, she'll sit here, sit with me or play with me for a little while, and then sometimes I think she just wants to literally be on her own, and she wants to play on her mat. And she has a little mirror thing I've told you guys about before, and she talks away to herself all the time. She loves chatting and looking at people, at faces, at the dog. She absolutely loves the dog. She squeals and sort of giggles a little bit. She doesn't properly laugh, but I think she's a little bit hard to make laugh. She's really expressionistic, she moves her eyebrows a lot, and she's a lot like her dad in that way. But yeah, she comes out with some funny faces all the time. Yeah, she's got really good at tummy time now. She actually enjoys it more now. She really didn't like it at first and really protested every time, but I powered on through, and now she doesn't mind it so much, and she's obviously really good at pushing her head up, and she even tries to get her legs up underneath and push up on her knees as well. So yeah, I definitely still think that she's going to be crawling around and moving around quite soon, or early, should I say, earlier than normal. And she's, when I look, sometimes I do like her tummy time on her mat just after I've changed her, and I'll wipe down the mat and I'll put her on her tummy. I also have a tummy time mat that I let her play on as well, and it has like a supporting cushion, but often I'll let her do that whilst I'm like, you know, tidying up sort of thing after I've changed her. And she, like, because it's obviously slippery, like she wiggles up the mat and she's like a little caterpillar. But yeah, she's on the move as much as she can anyway already, so I have to keep an eye on her a lot more now.
Look at this baby, look at you. You're happy.
She tries to like walk, like she does the stepping motion, like lifting up one leg and then putting it down and going for the next one. No, you're not going to put it down this time, no? Oh, you want to just stand on one leg? Is that fun? Yeah, obviously she's got a lot stronger on her legs and pushing up. She loves to stand and look around. Like I said last month, she still pulls up using her hands and sits into a sitting position, and she still goes with her head trying to sit up by herself when she's laying down all the time, but she'll try to go straight from, when you pick her up by your fingers, she'll try and go straight from sitting up to standing up now all the time. She just wants to be moving and up and about, don't you? Yeah, you want to be involved in everything.
Oh, what's out there? Can you see birdies? Birdies.
And as you can see, she goes up and down, up and down. Little bouncy bum, bouncy bum bum. Oh yeah, the other thing, she absolutely loves grabbing hold of her feet and like just holding them. I'll be shocked, like I won't be shocked if sooner or later she'll be like putting them in her mouth and stuff, because she just holds on to them like rocks.
You like to be fidgety?
Oh, is that it? You're gonna eat Mummy's hand now? Yeah, no?
Try and eat Mummy. Mummy can't taste very nice, is it? No.
Yeah, she absolutely loves her feet. She like stares at them all the time and pulls at them, pulls at her clothes. Still loves being naked and still loves bath time. Doesn't like having been changed and clothes put on. But hey ho. But yeah, I forgot last month to do an update about me. To be honest, there isn't a huge amount I can update on because I haven't weighed myself. I have no idea how much I weigh because we haven't got scales here. But I'm pretty much fitting back into my clothes that I always used to wear. The only thing is a few jeans, but they were tight anyway. And I think my hips have got wider since having her. So I think that's the only, like the main reason why some of them don't fit. But for the most part, everything fits. And my tummy's pretty much gone back down. I can show you guys if you want to. Like, it's not obviously as tight or as toned, shall I say, as it used to be. And I do plan on hopefully doing like a few exercises here and there. I haven't done anything in particular so far, but yeah, I do plan on doing a few exercises here and there just to get it a little bit more toned. I don't obviously think it's going to ever go back to how it used to be. My line, the linea nigra line, you can still see it. It's faded though. It was really prominent for ages, like 2 months it was still prominent, but yeah, it's faded a little bit more now, but you can still see it. I didn't get any stretch marks, no stretch marks whatsoever on my belly, but so the creams I used worked, they did the job well. But yeah, there's not really otherwise, and in general I'm pretty much alright. I think it's gone back to normal-ish. Okay, this is from the front. Obviously it's still not, like, it's got a little bit of a jiggle. You see my line? A little bit of the line that goes, it wiggles. Yeah, that's it from the front. Obviously this little bit is the bit that I just want to tone. It's not really bad, but you could do with just toning up a little bit from this side. And from this side. Yeah, so that's my belly.
You're gonna say goodbye. Say bye bye, YouTube. Stand up. Stand up. What are you doing? No, you've got to stand up and say goodbye, because otherwise I can't see you properly. Say goodbye. You are such a fidget. Hi, baby. Hi. What's this? The tops are squished up. Yeah. It's squished up. Why are you pulling at your toe? You're pulling at your toe. You're pulling at your toe. Ooh.